Hey, happy Wednesday, kids. This is Brian back, and it's new comic book day, so don't really have a whole lot of stuff on my mind to rant about, so let me just get into it. Um, yeah, so let's start off with the books that I actually read so far. We'll start off with Bloodshot. Yeah, Bloodshot and Hardcore, number 20. That's Armstrong, no, it's Archer there on the cover, and so far this is a pretty good book. PRS has got Bloodshot and Hardcore. The Hardcore guys going after Archer and Armstrong mainly because Archer has taken over after the sect Civil War, and PRS is, they're part of the sect, and they're like, nah, man, fuck you, we ain't having none of it. So yeah, they're trying to get him, beat his ass, take him down. And then Whole Box Edition, which I like this cover better, but the other one has Archer on it, so it kind of fits in with that. I've got a couple of Vertigo books, and the first one is Fairest, number 24. Yeah, I've never read Fables, but I picked up a trade paperback of the first volume for this book as like 1 through 7, and I liked it, and I liked the artwork in it, and so yeah, I pick it up now, and I do like the artwork. It's kind of cartoony, but I like it, and I think this cover is really pretty, really beautiful. Just glare from the light here. Ah, there we go. Whatever. Anyways, I like Fairest. It's a pretty good book. I would suggest you read it. And the other Vertigo book is one that I most definitely suggest you read, and it feels like it just came out 2 weeks ago with the first issue of it. But I like it anyways. It's Royals number 2, and yeah. So with this book, it kind of it left me a little bit confused at the very start of it because it left off with last issue left off with this guy flying down into it looked like Germany. I thought either it must have been Germany because it looked like they were doing a bombing run over Berlin, and he jumped out of a plane. So so he lands in Germany and starts whooping ass, and like a German royal comes out of nowhere. It's like, hey, about time you showed up. And then this one starts off with them just on their way to America in a convoy. That's a bunch of ships together floating across the ocean, convoy. So anyways, and he's flying around on like on submarine guard, and they go to the States, and it's like they're drumming up business for the war effort in Europe. But there were a couple of surprises, well, kind of surprises in this. So it's leading to the Japanese and their involvement in the war. So I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's a good book. I really like this book, and I think this cover also is amazing. Yeah. So here, next up, we're digging into Marvel a little bit with Superior Spider-Man number 29, The Goblin Nation Part 3. I just finished reading this. Yeah, it's continuing the story, and I'm sure it's going to wrap up the thing pretty quick. It's a pretty good book. Now, this next one, while I was picking up my books today, I mentioned to the guy at the shop how much I like this book, and he's like, "You're the only person that gets this on their pull list." And so that kind of surprised me. But anyways, it's Superior Spider-Man, or I'm sorry, Superior Foes of Spider-Man. It's issue 9, and oh, there we go. I think I like it because you get to see life through the point of view of the criminal, of the supervillains, and Boomerang is kind of comical, and I just think that the things that happen in this book and the way that they're portrayed is pretty comical. And instead of I like how with the thought bubbles, how they put little images in there to portray thoughts instead of just using words. Next up is probably one of my favorite Marvel books right now. It's All New X-Men 24. Yep, I like this one. Jean Grey she's still on trial, and Jason, what's his face, Star-Lord's father shows up to tell the Guardian there that the Gladiator, sorry, that he's being a giant tool, and that Jean Grey doesn't deserve to be on trial. And I really like the artwork in this one. I have since this guy Stuart Immonen. Like I said, before this book came out, I'd never heard of the guy, and it's probably because I didn't read a lot of DC. Somebody told me that he used to work for DC, so yeah, I really like his work. Like the way he portrays Iceman as being Iceman looks a little bit snowy, like he used to in the early X-Men books. So he's a little bit snowy, almost, but not as clumpy like a snowman looks. Anyway, I like it. Next up is probably right now my second favorite Avengers book, and it's Mighty Avengers number 8. And this one, is it me, or are they coming out with a lot of books like every 2 weeks now? It just seems like Spider-Man I'm seeing quite a bit of. I'm seeing quite a bit of this book. Anyway, yeah, so everybody that likes the new She-Hulk book, I'm sure the writing on it is good, because it must be good for you to keep reading it to overcome that terrible artwork. But this is how She-Hulk should look, or at least vaguely human, instead of with a little squished head and eyes that are just too round. So that's it for the Marvel books that I've finished reading so far. And we're digging into Image. East of West, number 10. There's not much to say about this book other than it's pretty good and I like it. I like the artwork the most of all in it. The storyline, I think I need to go back through and read a whole bunch of it, reread them all at once, because it's been 10 months. I actually think this book comes out on a monthly basis. So it's been like 10 months, and I'm getting a little lost in the storyline right now just because it's been a while. For Image, we're going to go to The Walking Dead 123. And finally, something happened in this book. The story's progressing finally. Really, they could have skipped a whole bunch of shit and got to this point about 4 books ago, I think. So, yeah, stuff's kicking off. This was a good issue. Next up, I say a lot, don't I? Just noticed. Actually, I didn't just notice. I've noticed it a long time. I'm just saying it a lot. So anyways, Manifest Destiny number 5. This right here is without a doubt my favorite Image book right now. This issue is really good. I particularly like the cover. The red and blue, the red background with the... I'm gonna say that's a shadow, and that the red is supposed to be flames. So anyways, I really love this book. I can't say enough good about it. It's one of my favorite titles right now. Dynamite is doing the old Dell key books, or Dell and Gold key books. Some of them, mostly the ones that Valiant had. So they've already got 2 issues of Turok out, and I'll be honest, I'm not enjoying that book. The writing on it is shit. It just is. I know that Greg Pak, I know that he's does some good stuff. I've read some of his stuff that's good, but the writing on Turok, it's crap. It's just fucking terrible. I've got the first 2 issues. I'm probably gonna drop it. Yeah, I should drop it. I don't know. I guess I want to give it a chance because I loved the Valiant Turok so much. So I really wanted this Dynamite Turok to be good, and it's just, honestly, so far it's just not. Alright, so anyways, I got Magnus Robot Fighter, and unlike Turok, the writing on this is pretty good. This first issue is pretty good. I liked it. Good introduction to the character, I think, so far. And I don't know which version this is, but I've also got another cover. One of them has to be a variant, I guess. I don't know which one though. So that's it for the books that I've read this week. Now I'm going to show you the books that I haven't read yet, but I'll get to when I get to them. X-Force number 2. I'm not overly thrilled about this book. I know I said to drop in this book, but I didn't look through my books very carefully, and I guess they forgot to remove it from my pull list. And this, and otherwise, Jesus Christ, I think has it been 3 months? I don't think so. I mean, it's like, although I will say the cover does look mighty good. Now if the story would get on with it. Next up, I've got Unity number 5. Now see, this is the regular issue, or regular cover. And this is the reason that they should do variants. Awesome stuff like this. Ninjak is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to them possibly doing a Ninjak in the future, I hope. So yeah, one thing I didn't realize when I told the guys at my comic shop I wanted all of the Valiant variant covers was that they would do 2, 3, 4 another Ninjak. Pretty cool. I didn't realize they'd be doing 4 freaking variants almost every month. I gotta start picking and choosing. Sons of Anarchy 7. Again, I'm just gonna read those all at one time. This is a book for my kid, Nightwing and Deadpool. And then the last book that I got, which I gotta tell him to pull this one from my list too, because this one, I don't know, I want to give it a chance. I want to like the story just because it's a World War II kind of thing, but the artwork is atrocious. It just is. Like I said last time, it looks to me like they're just, the guy doing the artwork is vaguely sketching it out and then throwing it in Illustrator and making vector art, and it just, there's so much more you could do with it. It just looks, in my opinion, it looks like shit. Alright guys, that's about it. I really don't have anything to rant about this week, I guess. I guess I should pick a book or a favorite cover of the week. I don't remember if I picked one last week or not. But give me just a second to look through these again real quick. You know what? I'm gonna go with Fairest. I just think this cover is awesome. It's really beautiful. So yeah, Fairest is my favorite cover this week. So kids, you guys have a good day and enjoy your comics this week. And thanks for watching.